Hello. So, in discussing the gap between the narcissist's reality and actual reality, I could sit in that astonishment and wonder forever. I am absolutely shocked at how wide the gap can be between what they promise and what they deliver. And I understand that we know why they do it clinically. There's been all of this education, all of the disorder, all of the tenets of it, their personality traits, why they do it. I get that all of that has been covered. What astonishes me is, what are they thinking? And again, the research shows they don't care. They're self-entitled. They feel grandiose and entitled because of that to act any way they want. But again, what I don't understand, and if there's a narcissist watching this, what is going through your mind? Okay, a narcissist answer would be, we don't care. We just go from one supply to another. We don't have anything going through our mind. Okay, so then my question is, why not? And doesn't anything snap you out of it? You're not a robot. Something's got to snap you out of something to know that it is horrendous the way that you behave. And not just one time. It's again and again and again. So you go through life picking victims and just slashing them up and then moving on to the next victim? Why? And if that's what you want, again, educationally, we've learned why. I'm asking a different kind of why. I'm trying to talk to a human being and ask why. So if your desire is new supply to feed your ego, feed your ego, feed your ego, which we know that much, then why don't you just go feed it? Why drag good kids through the mud? What? And we know why you do that too. You want an anchor. You want someone to love you. You want the hook of luring somebody in. You need to make somebody feel that high when you're like, I love you. I'll provide this for you. You want people to feel that way so you can cut them down. Again, we know that. But as a human being, what are you telling yourself? And how are you selling it to yourself that it's okay? That's absolutely perplexing to me. It's perplexing to me. And I'm a visual learner. So I found two pictures that represented the promising stage and represented the reality stage. And I had forwarded them at one point to my narcissist to see if I could get any reaction and any explanation. The first picture, I do like a coloring game on computer, so I'm not going to show you the second picture because it's somebody I know and it's private. This is the first picture. See, she's sleeping with a smile on her face, surrounded by flowers, pretty dress, pink canopy bed. What girl didn't want a pink canopy bed? She looks peaceful. That to me, when I did this computer coloring game, and I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what a narcissist promises. That's what mine promised. Peace, tranquility, happiness. You'll be taken care of. You'll be pampered. You'll be like a doll baby. Just like this picture. Just like this picture. So I sent that picture and I said, this was a while ago. This is what you promised me I would feel like. And then the next picture was a lady crying, tears forming rivers all around her face, eyes swollen, black and white, just a broken down, tear-filled mess of a human being. So I sent them this picture, and picture one, and said, this is what you always promised to make me feel like, and boom, this is what you always made me feel like. Thinking, you've got to answer, you've got to have something to say. Nothing. Didn't even acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge the dissonance of their reality from our reality. And that is, to me, I'm floored by that. Because even if you have a disorder, which we all have something wrong with us, come on. But my God, like I said, you're not made of metal and steel. You're not a robot. You are a human being in there. So go back to your childhood. Get the help. Figure it out. But you want to keep doing picture number 2 to person after person after person after person? Just slashing them up? I don't get it. And you shouldn't want that for yourself. What are you doing to people? It's bullying. And I haven't heard the word bullying one time in all the videos and everything I've read. I've never heard bullying, because bullying is a whole other aspect of a personality type. But I'll be damned if this narcissism isn't bullying. It certainly is bullying. And it's infuriating, because they get mad when you show that. Okay, so I showed the 2 pictures, and what I usually got, my narcissist comment was, stop all this madness. Stop this madness. You mean the madness of me demonstrating to you the dissonance of your reality versus mine? You mean stop the madness, stop your truth? So you're mad at your truth right now, that I'm pointing out your truth to you, that I've caught on. That's what you're mad at. Stop the madness. What madness? I don't have madness. You're causing the madness. So I want you to think of those 2 pictures and think about the pink canopy picture number 1 girl. She's just blissful. And the other is a black and white close-up, tears streaming down the cheeks. And how they see themselves as delivering picture number 1. Yet they're delivering picture number 2. Guess what, bud? You never even touched picture number 1. You didn't get anywhere near close to picture number 1 ever. Even in the moments of love bombing, we weren't yet at picture number 1, sleeping peacefully with a smile on our face. No, that takes lengths of time in nurturing someone's soul to make them feel that peaceful, to make them feel that they are at home in a lovely, blissful surrounding and safe from things. That girl in that picture number 1 looks safe to me. She's enveloped, like I said, fresh flowers, sleeping with a smile on her face. That's a wonderful dream and a wonderful promise to make somebody. But what is going through your mind when you're promising that, and when you're absolutely doing everything you can to break it? Because you go onward and you promise that to many different women. And you do picture number 2 to all those same women or men or family member, whatever the narcissist relationship is. I am absolutely not okay with it, and you shouldn't be either. If you're a narcissist, if you see that dissonance and you're like, oh my God. Because they want you on I'm going to put you on a pedestal. I'm going to make you feel like a queen. I'm going to take care of you. You're never going to have to worry about anything. That's picture number 1. That girl is sleeping so soundly. She doesn't have a care in the world. She's happy as can be. But the second picture is the reality. And it's somebody I know that went through a divorce, and that's why I'm not going to share that picture. It's way too private. Look up any broken picture of a human. Broken human. Broken down, crying human. That represents how I felt most of the time in the relationship. Never picture number 1. And it's not okay. And if you're a narcissist watching this, get some help. It is not okay. You're not grandiose. You didn't achieve picture number 1. So you fell short of your grandiose expectation of yourself that you promised, and your self-entitlement of thinking you can treat somebody like picture number 2 makes you keep doing it. Well, guess what? We're all catching on. It's not attractive. It's nothing but bullying. And none of us are going to be quiet until every single person knows what this is. And I challenge you to look at that gap. We are not any longer getting fooled. And you might say, well, my person is still fooled. Well, guess what? They won't be for long. And it's not nice. And it's really mean. How anybody, I don't care what their disorder is. It's psychopathic. It's the same as like a serial killer. They don't care they murdered somebody. They're psychopathic, sociopathic. Both. Kind of the same, isn't it? A little bit. If you can go through life promising one thing, delivering another, not seeing the difference, not caring when you see the difference, and continually doing it, even with visual aids. I used visual aids and it didn't matter. And those visual aids are powerful to me. That little cartoon of that girl is so powerful to me because that's exactly what they all promise. And picture number 2 is exactly what they all deliver. It is too much of a gap. How can that be possible? How can those treatments be possible from the same human being? And it is not okay. And it is bullying, and that is absolutely unacceptable, and we're going to put a stop to it. But if you're a narcissist watching that, you need to tell me something to make me understand, because I will have some kind of question in response to whatever you say. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's try to get picture number 1, shall we? No more picture number 2. Chin up. Yeah.